grown men, we don't really take baths
I
like
know.
that.
Y'all just take a shower and
It feels kind of feminine.
A bath does?
Yeah,
Athletes take baths.
that's different. That's like ice baths and stuff like that. But like soaking, it's a man thing. You wouldn't understand. Like soaking, y'all.
No,
grown
they
man,
don't. They don't get this. Go
They
ahead.
do.
That's
Y'all do. Soaking in your bathtub with bubbles and stuff in there. Might as well like
you felt better, didn't you?
I did feel better. I'm not gonna lie. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Get Busy podcast. As you can
This
see,
is not Get Busy.
okay, well,
Okay, go ahead.
It says "Get Busy" on that poster in the back of my house, but sure, whatever you want to call it, go ahead.
Well, actually, it's the Get Real with Alexis podcast. The problem is he didn't want to travel, so I'm doing the podcast in his studio. So welcome to Get Real with Alexis in the Get Busy podcast. How about that?
I'm not sure that was the story, but sure, let's go with that.
Oh, let's go with that. So as you can see, I'm not in my studio. So let me explain. I wanted to do an episode with Brandon, and we decided to do it here. So we are in his studio, as you can tell. And I'm joined by my son, because this is my podcast. I'm joined by my son, Brandon.
It's the takeover.
Who is my pride and joy. Brandon is my younger son, and he's the one who caused me to get broken blood vessels in my face as I tried to push him out.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. The doctor came and said, listen, you might have to have a cesarean after he kind of measured his head. And I said, oh, no, I want to have him natural. Well, that was a bad decision. So as I pushed and as I looked in the mirror afterwards, I had to bring up the labor story.
I mean, that was your decision. You know, technology was there. Modern medicine was
No,
there.
what technology?
Like, nah, I want pain for no reason. Like, okay, go for it.
I didn't know it was going to be that much pain. Well, I always love talking to my son. We talk a lot, whether we're on camera or not. And I always like talking to you. I don't know. We have some really good conversations. I think that over the years, we've learned to communicate honestly and authentically with each other.
Yeah.
Without judgment. And if we are offended or get offended, we can say that, or I just love the way that we can be honest with each other. So we have some really good conversations.
We do.
Yeah, some of them aren't easy, but they're great conversations.
Yeah.
But this is a special episode because Brandon just turned 45 years old. My baby is 45. Oh my goodness. So
Is that why we're wearing all black?
No.
To celebrate the...
No. I'm wearing all black because I had it on earlier.
Oh, okay.
So we're not in mourning. We are excited. And I have entitled this episode, 45 and Still My Baby.
Oh, wow. Let's go for it. Let's get it.
I didn't think you'd be too thrilled about that title, but the mothers of the world love it. They love it because no matter how old you are, you still are baby.
Shout out to all the moms.
Shout out to the mothers. All right. So, you can chime in anytime. So I want to start by talking about how has life changed since you were a kid? Because you remember when you were a kid, we definitely didn't have cell phones.
True.
I mean, a kid.
Yes.
And we had landlines. We had call waiting. You remember call waiting? And all of that. And what else did we have during that time? Cartoons came on every Saturday morning.
True. Yep.
Now, the reason I remember that and I'm thinking about that is that as a mom who needed some rest, I was waiting for the time when you and Herman were old enough to go into the kitchen, make your bowl of cereal, and watch cartoons while I slept in.
Yeah. I didn't know. So when you first told me that, I didn't know how big a deal that was until my own kids, till they're able to get up and start doing stuff on their own. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's such a relief.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to talk about, I want you to talk about your experience as a father compared to my experience as your mom. Well, we certainly have different, I've noticed different methods of discipline, for example, right?
Do we? Okay.
So you do a lot more talking.
Oh yeah, you were more. Not so much. Not a lot of talking, just a lot of action.
I didn't really want to hear what you had to say.
Yeah.
I saw the behavior, didn't like the behavior, dealt with the behavior. But you do a lot more talking to your children.
I do.
Yeah.
I try to learn from past mistakes. So.
Do you do timeout?
I've never called it timeout. Mm-hmm. I might say like, just go to your room, go clean your room. Mm-hmm. But no, I do believe in corporal punishment when it's necessary. So I haven't had to spank my kids in a while, actually. I think Chrisette was the last one I spanked maybe a couple of weeks ago. But then before that.
Why did you spank my granddaughter?
I don't do that. Don't do that because I still got scars and stuff on my legs from all your spankings.
You deserved them.
It is one of those things where she kept hitting her sister whenever her sister would get on her nerves. And we told her about that. Like, you can't just be hitting people. Like, come tell me or mommy that she's getting on your nerves. And then, like, she hit her. And this was like warning number 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got to spank you. And so, but yeah, before that, like, it's been a while. Like, still, for the most part, my kids they're good kids.
They are.
You know, and they, you know, every time I would talk to somebody outside of the house, they would always rave about how well behaved my kids are. Mm-hmm. And so I felt like, we kind of did the right thing. So we try to balance out the spanking. And then even with myself, I try to, if I'm like really angry, I try to put some time in between whenever something happens and then when I spank them so I can cool down a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You need that buffer.
Yeah.
Or else you're spanking them or disciplining them out of anger.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yep. So, yep.
Yeah, we just talked about that a few minutes ago. Hey, what about snacks? This is funny to me because we didn't have, what are some of the snacks? Organic. We didn't think about organic food or organic snacks to feed our children or gluten-free and all of that. And you have a kitchen full of that. Yeah.
We try to, the more we know, and now, there's more information out there than when I was a kid, for you, there was nothing. And then, it's a lot of different things. So even, for example, like McDonald's French fries back when I was a kid, they're not made the same as they are now. It's something.
Really?
I was recently discovered this. And so like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was like maybe 5 ingredients, potatoes, salt, some type of oil, something. And now it's like 20 different ingredients in the current McDonald's fries.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of, even with gluten wasn't a problem back then because we weren't processing wheat and we eat it so much in America. Like we don't give the wheat plant like the time that it needs to actually fully mature. And that's where all the gluten allergies come from. And so sometimes like we would have to buy, like say like spaghetti noodles. You can buy noodles that come in from Italy and they don't say gluten free on them, but they don't have gluten because they don't process it. They still process it the correct way over in Italy. And so, so now you got to get a bunch of gluten free because there's allergies that come with that. And, so it's a lot of different things that we have to do to protect our kids because it's just, the world is so crazy.
We just ate a lot more fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, that too.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just healthier eating. We didn't eat a lot of processed food.
Yeah.
We really didn't.
There's so much available now,
Yes.
you know, and even things like Pop-Tarts,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
you know, you find out now, like, that stuff is straight poison.
Right.
The stuff they're putting in there, it's not even like stuff you should put in your body. You know, so, you know, we try to do better.
I think I'll tease you, but you all do a great job trying to figure out what's best for your children. And
Yeah.
I know it's a learning experience, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And we're not super strict, you know, that, you know, whatever, birthday parties, go get some cake, you
Yeah.
know, eat a hamburger or whatever.
Right.
But, you know, for
yeah,
the
they
most part,
love it. They love it when they got free reign.
Yeah. So, you know, we try to, you know, we in moderation, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, for the most part, like when Xanta shops for like meats, it's always organic. You know, even like the lunch meat, it's like certain, you know, we don't eat bologna because it's got all kind of stuff in there, you know what I'm saying?
That used to be good eating, wasn't it?
Oh man, I used to
And
love
fry it
up, let it bubble at the
Let
top.
it bubble and get the little brown edges.
yeah.
That was good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even remember the last time I ate a bologna sandwich.
I know we're not poor anymore, I guess. I don't know.
I guess that's what it is. Yeah. You know, I'd like to talk a little bit about what we've learned from each other and just from our experience. Like you're 45 now, you're at a pivotal time in your life. You've lived as a kid, as a teenager, a guy without children. Now you're married with children.
Mm-hmm.
What lessons have you learned, and what have we learned from each other? I know. Let me start while you're thinking. I've learned how to communicate better because of you and because of Herman. Mm-hmm. Because I think I was a really poor communicator because I was brought up in a way that you really didn't listen to your children, right? Mm-hmm. But I learned to do that. I learned that you all had something to say that I needed to hear and understand. And so I learned that. And one of the other things that I think about is your faith is strong, and that influences me. And whenever I'm going through some tough times, you will always take me to a scripture or something that's biblical. You always go there. I remember my most recent memory is soon after Herman passed away, you came over. I think I've told this story many times because it was just so touching. You walked into the room. I was sitting on the sofa, and you said nothing. You just sat next to me. And for a long time, we just sat there in silence. And then after a while, I don't know if it was sooner or later, you took out your phone and you just started reading some scriptures. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's your go-to. And I think about that when I'm just going through life, especially during some difficult times, that's your go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really, you know, because the older I get, the more I realize like I don't have a lot of control over a lot of things. Even just within my own house, you know, it's just anything can go left. And then, you know, God is that solid rock that I, you know, depend on. I thank you for that because you brought us up in the church and you taught us about God. And so that stuck with us, you know. So me and Herman grew up knowing God and having a relationship with Jesus. And, you know, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
So, and we talked about, because I know you said you wish you could have gave us more things, as in like material things, which is cool, but you gave us the most important thing, you know. And so I'm thankful for that. I'd rather have that than be rich kids with not knowing God.
Yeah, I do still wish I could have provided this and that and that and this. But Brandon, I agree with you. I tell everybody I have 2 sons who grew up to be men who love God and serve God and love people and serve people. What more could a mother ask for?
Okay.
I mean, that's it, because that's the guiding force for everything else.
Right.
Because if you have things or money or possessions, but you don't have God, you still don't know what to do with those things.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm just so, here's what I said to you and I say to others. I am so happy and blessed and excited that God chose me. He chose me to be your mother. He chose me.
Yeah.
I got to be your mother.
No, and I feel really lucky, because we've had our struggles and all that kind of stuff, but, for the most part, being 45 and being able to just look at life from like a wide lens and just kind of seeing how things are, you can't pick who your parents are.
Yeah.
And so, everyone's not dealt the same hand. And so I feel like I got lucky just having a mom who I knew loved me. Spanked me maybe a little bit too much, but I knew that you loved me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this because I love you. It doesn't make sense.
I do love you.
Stop hitting me.
It's just so funny though, Brandon, because, and I know, see, you can relate to this now. You just want your kids to be okay.
Yeah.
You want them to grow up and be okay, mentally, physically, emotionally, in terms of the careers it's like, you just don't do that because I need you to be okay.
Yeah.
It's a sense of urgency there. And sometimes you really don't know what to do.
No.
And I was raising you and Herman as a single parent. So I was thinking I got to try to make up for everything and make sure this is that and this because the statistics said this. And I was like, not on my watch.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I did is it drove me to my knees and I just prayed. And I said, Lord, I want my boys to grow up to love you and to love people and to serve you. And he answered that prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. So I'm pretty blessed, I would say. So it's your birthday.
It is.
I sent you a note saying, I celebrate you, but I celebrate me because I got to be your mom.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Man, so 45, I'll tell you what. So this year, my birthday hit pretty hard. So I didn't tell you this.
No.
On Tuesday when I turned
The actual day. October 28th. If you want to mark your calendars, that's his birthday.
Right.
Go ahead.
Send me some money. Cash App. So that day I was working, I work, with Isaac doing the drug collections. So I'm driving a lot. And then my back was starting to hurt, like my lower back. It's getting really stiff. And I'm driving all the way to Athens and down to Madison and back home. And, I was like, oh man, my back's really, that's happened before, but it seemed different now. It just seemed a little bit more severe. And then we just got through covering the pool for the winter time. And, man, I woke up the next morning. Well, I went to bed, just in a lot of pain and I had some stomach pain. I don't know if it's something I ate. So it was a lot going on. And so I couldn't work Wednesday, or today. And so
because you weren't feeling well? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I've been dealing with some back pain. So I started going online, looking at different exercises. Because sometimes when you're if you work a job where you're sitting, because my old job, I was moving around a lot. And now I'm doing mostly sitting. And, the same thing happens to people that work at the desk, at a computer. If you're not moving around a lot, you're starting to get different pains or whatever. And so now, where working out was just optional. Now I have to do it now.
Yes.
And so last night I started researching different exercises to strengthen your back. And then I did those exercises last night, got up early this morning, did them again. I'm gonna do them again tonight, because I'm not working, I'm not bringing money in. And so, this is one of those things. It's like, all right, Lord, what's going on? Okay, maybe I need to get more serious about my health. It's a wake up call. You gotta start getting stuff taken care of before it gets really bad.
Absolutely.
When you get older. And so, so it's, it's forcing me to do that. Cause now I know okay, I don't have an option. I have to work out now. I can't just be I don't feel like it. It's no, you got to feel like it,
yeah.
or even if you don't, you just got to do it. So, so I'm feeling better now. Stomach's feeling better. And, but yeah, 45, it definitely let me know, hey, you're 45. So
how do you feel about it?
You know what? I feel okay about it. The only time I really got kind of down was when I turned 30.
Really? That was
Yes.
the age.
That was the age because 30 in my mind, it marked that I'm not a young man anymore. You know,
Wow.
it's like, hey, young man, like you're 30 and now you're just a man, you know, and it's just
Well,
all that future potential and all that, the whole world is your oyster, like that all went away at 30. It was like, oh no, it's here. Like, this is where I am. Like, okay, I don't know. So it was weird. So even when I turned 40, it wasn't that big a deal. You know,
but 30 was
30 was one that really hit me. I know that's strange, but
yeah.
so
Because that seems, looking back, that's really young, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Looking back as young, but at the time it felt old.
Yeah.
I felt like an old guy at that time. And so, you know, now, you know, I'm at mentally and, you know, wisdom wise, like I'm at my peak. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I had this mind back when I was like 20 something.
Oh, Brandon. You know how many of us wish that?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all the decisions I made,
Yeah.
all the paths I chose. If I just knew then what I know now.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, no, I feel good about 45
Yeah.
except for the
Yeah.
the sore back. You know, so I got to, like I said, I'm just going to take care of it, jump on that
Yeah.
and get it back right. Isaki told me to take a bath, Epsom salt bath. So
And you got an opportunity. Have you ever used that tub?
I just used it yesterday for the first
Good.
time.
That's
So,
going to help.
Been living in this house a year because it's the jetted tub. So I had to go like learn how to clean out those jets.
Yeah.
So I did all that stuff because I was desperate. You know, it's desperation makes you do
Yes.
things that you normally would put off.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I need to get back healthy. So I went to the store. It was like, had the little cart walking around really slow because I was in pain. Got my Epsom salt, got my Pepto, got my ginger ale. And then I got home, cleaned the bath out, did the little thing, ran the jets so they can clean out, drank the water, ran it again with the clean water to rinse it out, cleaned off the tub, put the hot water in, put the Epsom salt in there and just soaked in there. So I'm going to do it again tonight too. So, you know, it felt good. Actually, it was nice. I haven't taken a bath. And
I wish I
grown man, we don't really take baths like that.
know. Y'all just take a shower and do
Yeah,
it.
it feels kind of feminine.
A bath does?
Yeah,
Athletes take baths.
that's different. That's like ice baths and stuff like that. But like soaking, it's a man thing. You wouldn't understand. Like soaking, y'all.
No,
grown
they
man,
don't. They don't get this. Go
They
ahead.
do.
That's
Y'all
you.
do. Soaking in your bathtub with bubbles and stuff in there. You might as well like
You felt better, didn't you?
I did feel better. I'm
All
not
right.
gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! What I wouldn't do to have that tub in my place.
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna have to come over and just get in your tub.
You got your own tub. You act like you ain't got a tub.
Brandon.
I
That
s- I've
tub
been in
does
your-
not compare with your tub, and it doesn't have jets,
It doesn't. Yeah.
and it's not deep.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about some memories.
Okay.
You can bring up some that you remember, but I remember when I was teaching at an elementary school and you were in second grade. That's when we first moved to Georgia.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, you're tired, you've been dealing with kids all day. You and Herman were in my school. You were in second grade, he was in fifth grade. And at the end of the day, I want to get in my car and go home. So I go to your classroom, Miss Tossie.
Yep, Miss Tazi.
Miss Tazi. And all the kids are gone. And you're sitting there and she's sitting with you and you got papers everywhere. I mean, they're just a mountain of papers. She's trying to help you organize your desk. You did the work, but she couldn't find anything. You were so disorganized. I was so angry. I wanted to go home. I had to sit there and wait. I couldn't go because your teacher was with you, and you just couldn't. Can you organize your stuff now? Are you still? Is that still a weakness for you?
No, actually, I'm pretty good with that. Even if you come to my house and it's messy, like I can't live in physical mess for like a long
Clutter.
time. Clutter. I can't do clutter.
Yeah.
So like my brain will just like start to shut down. I have to clean it
Yeah,
out. So I'm
yeah.
actually really good with keeping up with things now, like being organized. It's like a thing that I have to do now.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm a lot better with it. But certain times, it'll be some clutter, but stuff will like pile up. But like after a while, the timer in my head is like counting down. I have to like get it cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you actually, I never admitted this, but I think you got that from me because I don't like clutter, but I'm not good at, I can organize it, but I can't keep things organized,
Yeah.
And so I've got papers that pile up and I
Yeah.
hate that.
Yeah. But you
I
keep your
hate
place
that.
pretty clean.
Yeah, I go through spurts where, it's a bunch of stuff laying around. Like I hate hanging up my clothes. So they pile up like papers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to call me. I got to tell them, I'm going to tell you something. All these devices, the phone's going off, the laptop's going off, the watch is going off. See, I didn't have this when you were kids.
That's too much.
That's too much. Too much activity.
Yourself from like 30 years ago will be asking you, why you need 3 different things sitting in your lap ringing just to tell you to pick up the phone?
Yep. Okay, what else do I remember? I remember when you ran in the house, some boys were bullying Herman. And I didn't see it or hear it, but you walked in there where you had a stick or something in your hand. And you was like, those boys are back there bullying Herman. And you were like, I'm getting ready to take them out. It was as if you weren't asking or telling what happened. It was like, I got a handle, Mom. I think Uncle Jimmy was there too. I got a handle. Yeah. Here's my stick. I'm just letting you know what I'm getting ready to do.
I was letting you know just in case, the police, they put me in the back of the car. You already know what happened.
I can never forget the look on your face. I mean, you were standing there and you were a little boy and your legs were spread, open, and you were standing real stiff like, those boys are bothering Herman, Mom. And you had this stick. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've always been this protector, defender.
That is my personality.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. What else do I remember? Oh, okay. You also did not like to get up for school. Do you remember all the arguments we had?
No, I don't. I'm definitely not a morning person, so I'm still not.
The reason I was so angry because most of that time you had to ride to school with me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I remember leaving you a couple of times.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Oh, that wasn't a punishment. That was a great day.
That was a reward?
Yeah. I remember you wouldn't let me fall asleep in the car.
When?
When I would ride to school. We were going to Pinckneyville.
Why?
I don't know. You were mean.
I was not. There had to be a good reason for that.
We were riding to school, and I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to stay up, but I'd be nodding off, and like, you'd be like, nah, yeah, if I can't sleep, you can't sleep. It's like, why is she so angry with me? Like, what did I do?
Just wake up. And when we used to drive to Cleveland, I haven't done that in many, many years, I would have to put you in the back. Herman could sit in the front. Herman never closed his eyes. You closed your eyes as soon as that back door closed. I was like, you are not a good travel companion.
Nah, except this one time I remember, I think we were going to Cleveland and you were nodding off. You were driving.
Yes. Do you remember that?
I do. Because I was looking at you and I knew I couldn't panic you because I didn't know if you were going to be like, So you was kind of like doing one of these. And I was like, all right, how do I handle the situation? I was like, hey, Mom. Mom, your eyes are closing.
I remember that. You were like this real soft voice, Mom. Because you didn't want to startle me, but I was gone to sleep. Because I remember I was starting to drive over on the shoulder. And you didn't want to start. I remember.
Yeah. I almost didn't make it.
Oh, yeah. It's so funny that were you a teenager?
Probably.
You weren't driving, though.
I wasn't driving at that time.
Yeah, you were preteen.
Yeah.
Who sleeps like that now? Your son. And he has that same posture. he gets in the corner of that car and he puts his head way back and gets in a certain position. He reminds me of you every time.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, but he's a morning person.
Is he?
Yes.
Well, when I've seen him sleep, it's after like soccer and all that. It's not been in the morning because I'm not usually with him in the morning.
No, he'll
He's
up
tired at the end of the day.
yeah, but he wakes up like 6 o'clock. Like,
He's ready to go.
when I get out, I'm poking my head out the room, he's already like making his lunch. He's like made his lunch. He's like watching TV that time.
Are you kidding?
He likes having that time to himself, like
Yeah.
that morning time. Like it's quiet because he does not like noise. Even when he watches TV, he watches it like with the volume really low.
Yeah.
He just does not like a lot of noise,
Yeah.
especially from his sisters.
Yeah.
So he really cherishes that morning time. So he did not get that from me because I still don't like getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's really special. He has such a unique personality. What is like you is that you are both caring, compassionate people, both you and Joel. But on the athletic field, you turn into these monsters.
Yeah.
I noticed that. Like when I saw you play football, I'm like, God, he's aggressive. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And so I watched Joel play soccer. I mean, I'm like, they're going to break his leg because he puts his leg in there trying to get that ball.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, because he's not, he's small.
Right. He's a little
But
skinny
he's
kid.
tough. Yeah.
He's tough. He is tough. Yeah.
He's tough. So I love. So how is that for you? Of course, you're a man and I'm a woman because I remember when you were playing football. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I didn't when you got hit too hard, I was ready for them to take you out.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I don't want him to get hurt. And he's gotten hurt before. Two times in particular, he's got kicked in the shin, like right where his shin guard didn't cover that area.
Yeah.
And so happened one time in the game, happened another time in practice. And, I kind of cringed and, went over to him. It was just, and getting kicked in the shin hurts,
Yes,
it does hurt a lot, but he was able to get up, he came to the side, rested for a little bit, drank some water. He walked it off. And he went back around to, where, his bench was and, they eventually put him back in. So, he's developing a toughness that he didn't have before. I actually told him this morning. We had like a little dad's breakfast event at his school this morning. And so
it was for the dads.
Yeah, it was like all pro dads that do it at school. And so, they said, just say something to your kid that you're proud of. And so that's one of the things. Cause like when I first introduced him to soccer, it was at a soccer camp down the street. He didn't want to do it because he doesn't like doing anything new. And so I made him do it just so he can get that experience. And the first day he got hit in the face with a soccer ball. He's the only kid crying out of the 300 kids that was out there, and he didn't want to do it again. So I'm just like, oh man, he already didn't want to do it. Then he got hit. Like, why did he? I was like, Lord, why did he have to be the one to get hit in the face?
In the face.
Yeah, with the soccer ball. And so he cried, and I was like, all right, look, it's only 5 days. Just stick it out this 5 days, and at the end, if you don't ever want to come back to soccer camp, you don't have to. So he stuck it out.
So he agreed.
He stuck it out. And then the next year when it came back around, Malia wanted to do it. That's really probably the only reason he did it again, because, they're so close. Then after that year, he was just loved it. He was into it. So he didn't care if she did it or not, So I told him, like, aren't you glad I made you? Because he loves soccer. And he's really good. And so, yeah, he's toughened up in a way that the sport, which is why I love sports, because sports, I think it helps kids like deal with like life situations because it's very much a metaphor for life. And just having to be tough and keep going and work hard and, do things when you're tired. And, like at the last game, they lost, to a team that was really good.
Yeah, they were good.
But he kept playing hard the whole time.
He played hard.
And he has a good person. He doesn't get too high or too low, you know what I'm saying? So like we won the championship his first year playing. He wasn't too high. He was just happy.
Yeah.
When we lost the championship that next year,
yeah,
he wasn't, down low. He was just kind of like, We lost, but after that, he got some pizza. He was good. You know what I'm saying? So he has a
Yeah.
really good personality
That's good.
to deal with.
I like that about JoJo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to sit on the sideline and say, "Go, Joe, go, go, Joe, go."
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to watch him. So I definitely get it. Yeah.
So, what I'm thinking about an Instagram video I saw of you at a karaoke. Was this a night out with the guys?
Yeah. So it ended up.
So here's what made me think of this question: like, what's fun at your age? And you're in your mid-40s now. What's fun, and do you get a chance to have some time to yourself, some time with your friends? So that's why I'm asking you that, because I saw that video.
Yeah. So we. So no, I don't get to get out a lot. It seems because we're busy. All my friends are busy, and so that night we were actually supposed to go to my friend Dwayne's house. And we had planned this a month and a half in advance. And then all the guys kept canceling, it's a bunch of stuff that was happening and overbooked. And, one guy he had a gig he had to do. Another guy his daughter had a soccer game or a volleyball game and just all this kind of stuff. And so it just ended up whittling down to just me and Isaac. And
it was just the two of you.
Yeah, it was just two of us because it's supposed to be a big group. And so everybody just had something going on. And it's just that's why it's so hard because we're all so busy. We all, either got kids or we got just, different multiple jobs or, whatever it is.
Exactly.
And we all live far apart and it's a lot. So yeah, getting guys together now is just so much harder than it was.
This is kind of a busy time in the family's life,
Yeah.
right?
And then it's right before holiday season.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you don't get a lot of time. So yeah. So yeah, we went over with my friend to the local Pepper that my friend owns, sports bar, and just ate some food. We didn't know they had karaoke, but I was like, man, let's just do it. And so we just did it. And
what were you singing?
This Is How We Do It by Montel
Oh yeah,
Jordan.
that's right.
Yep. And so we was like, let's just let loose and have fun because we don't get to do this very often.
Do that
Yeah. So it was good.
That's good. Yeah. So you gotta watch that Instagram video.
Oh boy. Be warned.
He can do a lot of things, but he cannot sing.
Nah, I cannot. I can admit that.
So what's the best part of being 45?
I don't know yet. It's so new.
Okay.
All I can tell you is his back pain.
Wait. Oh, yeah. You know the worst part, huh?
Yeah, I know the worst part. Hopefully that's the worst part.
New aches and pains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's, as I've grown older, I've become, more wise and more mature. So I am enjoying seeing the fruits of maturity, being able to enjoy some of that stuff, even from a couple of years ago, just a lot of things have changed. And so I am enjoying that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that. Well, I want you to know that, and I've told you this many times, that I'm really proud of you. Not just for what you've done, but the man that you've become. Because I often think of the beginning with the labor pains all through your life up until now. And, the things that you all got in trouble for are minor. Clean your room, do your homework, don't be late for school, right?
Yeah.
All those kinds of things. But I never had any trouble from you or Herman. You were always respectful, and we've been through, like you said, some really tough situations, but I'm thankful that we got through them and we're still intact.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was reading this verse today. In Isaiah 46:4, it says, "Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am He. I will sustain you." God's been good to both of us, Brandon. He's been sustaining us and keeping us and guiding us and protecting us and blessing us beyond measure. And it's reassuring. I don't consider you to be in your old age, but because it mentions gray hairs, you have more than I have.
Yes, technically I do have more gray hairs than you.
You do. Technically nothing, you do.
Modern technology and cosmetology and all that good stuff.
But even as we grow old, he promises to sustain us.
Yes.
And that's what I'm holding on to, and that's what I want you to hold on to as well. So, anything else you want to share with our listening audience as you celebrate your 45th year?
No, I'm glad you were able to come over. So Santa's making some good dinner, making some Jamaican patties.
What?
Yeah, some good stuff, and one of my favorite desserts. I don't want to make people jealous, but we get to enjoy that tonight. And
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think that's good. That's it. So I'm glad to be able to do this podcast with you, and
I always try to think of an excuse to do it with you because
yeah.
I enjoy it. But thank you so much for joining us today in the Get Busy podcast studio, but the Get Real with Alexis podcast. And happy birthday to my son, Brandon. And thank you.
Thank you. All right.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace.